marking the successful rescue, removal, and reinstallation of Lost Mural project within Ohavi Zedek. We want to again wish our thanks to all of our contractors, subcontractors, and conservators who helped us to save the mural. Much gratitude to all of our sponsors and concert organizers noted in your programs for helping us to continue to foster the educational mission of the Lost Mural project. Our gratitude also needs to be extended to the Resnik families for supporting our endeavors and for sharing CDs tonight. Please, you're welcome to take CDs that are on the front lobby. Please take a moment to look at the exhibit that we put together about Robert Resnik and Benzain Black. Our thanks also to Ohavi Zedek and its staff, clergy, and congregants. We also want to especially give our thanks to our community musicians for answering the call and agreeing to honor us with their presence tonight, and to Leoba and the Contraband and Ina Barmash, who you will see later, for serving as our artists in residence at Burlington High School, which we played at yesterday, at the University of Vermont yesterday, and at the Northern Nosh Food Fair, and they'll be at UVM also on Monday. Tonight's concert is in honor and in memory of Robert Resnik, whose family have been members of the Ohavi Zedek Synagogue for generations. Robert Resnik and Benzain Black were both of Lithuanian Jewish heritage. While many of you know Robert's community interactions through Vermont Public Radio and the Fletcher Free Library, you may not know that he was a beloved member of the Ohavi Zedek Synagogue, performing here as his sons, Max and Ben, attended Hebrew school, and performing often during Jewish holiday celebrations here on many, many instruments. Both Robert Resnik and Benzain Black believed that the arts, whether through poetry, singing, playing instruments, and acting in dramatic productions, Robert did have a little flair for theatrical work too, were a means for all of us to share our collective journeys, to find and cherish the commonalities of our experiences, and to enhance our being together. Both were well steeped in Yiddish music, even though growing up an ocean apart. Paraphrasing Robert, music reconnects us to our foundational memories, to music that someone sang to you as a child, with melodies that have been transmitted across generations. Echoing Robert, Benzain Black writes about playing and singing with his mandolin in one of the poems that's in your program. Ingrained into your heart, as he's talking to his mandolin, ingrained into your heart are stories, tales I've told you over the years. Everything I've lived in is in you. Countless dreams and countless tears. There is also an exhibit in the lobby which also addresses some of Robert's activities and the poetry of Benzain Black. Some pieces of the East European postcards documenting Jewish life are also located in the far Ohavi Zedek Archives lobby, through the lobby, and then through the Mural lobby, and then the next room in the Archives Lounge. Many thanks for gathering with us tonight to celebrate our collective immigrant musical heritage. Perhaps Robert and Benzain Black are smiling down upon us as we gather here within these synagogue walls with the Lost Mural, where we will sing before it, just like people did before it for the first time in 1910. Now 150 years later, we're going to do it again. May we rededicate ourselves to sharing, in Robert's words, all the traditions, tonight through art, music, and poetry. May this community concert become an annual music tradition here at Ohavi Zedek Synagogue. Thank you very much. So now I'd like to introduce you to Brian Perkins, tonight's Lost Mural Program Concert Coordinator. Brian's musical biography is also in your program. Please review the program for autobiographical notes for all of the musicians who are here tonight. The performance itself will announce their musical selections. There'll be one 15-minute intermission tonight. There's plenty of snacks and drinks in the lobby, and we'll come back into this room. Brian.
Thank you. Thank you, Aaron, and thanks for the privilege of being able to recognize this wonderful community that comes at you from so many different directions and so many different eras in history. I live with my family in the Old North End, and the heart of the historic Jewish community, a community which relocated, a community which experienced a push of the oppression of Eastern Europe and the pull of the opportunity that our country represents. The incredible depth and the incredible way in which the through threads intertwine. The school that I occasionally work in, the Integrated Arts Academy, the Wheeler School, is the historic elementary school of this community. And so many of the threads come together in that school. And so it is just absolutely my privilege to be there and to experience the school, which was basically built for the immigrant population, the new American population, and continues in many ways to serve new American populations which continue to come to our community. So Aaron has incredibly enriched my life by introducing me to the history of Ben Zion Black and his musical legacy, his legacy of organizing to preserve Yiddish culture within our community. And I've seen that template repeat, as do all human associations. They replicate themselves. Ben Zion Black, realizing that any self-respecting Yiddish community required the presence of a mandolin orchestra, organized an Old North End mandolin orchestra, and he basically had to get the numbers, and so everyone who was capable of even holding a mandolin was invited to participate in that mandolin orchestra. Well, today, the Tibet Festival in the Old North End Community Center featured the efforts of Migmar Terzik and his Dramian students. Migmar is a leader of the Tibetan community, and he believes that any self-respecting Tibetan community requires the presence of many young Dramian players. And so, up onto that stage, willingly or unwillingly, several dozen students playing the Dramian. So these templates replicate themselves. I tried to, this last week, while getting my head together around this, I tried to replicate the words of a Ben Zion Black poem, which were translated by Steph Cooper. And so this is the project for the day for all of us. We will all be singing this before the end of the evening. But while we're working on those words, I'd like to introduce you to some friends I've met along the way in the last number of years, people who've enriched my life, who I've learned from. And first, in our concert performance, is Gopal Niroula and his daughter Isika. Gopal, I met him at a Nepali cultural event where he was up on stage playing with his brother Puru. And I realized that they had an incredibly deep knowledge of Nepali music, and they were generous enough to share some of that with me. So I benefited from them. Gopal is a deeply embedded member of, a participant in the community life of the Bhutanese Nepali community. Just this last week, after celebrating Tihar, he participated in a 7-day, was it a 7-day devotional series with music on all of those 7 days. And so this is all these things that are going on in our community. And sometimes we don't hear about them unless we really kind of bump into people and are informed of those things. So I figured that at this event, we could make sure that the Irish musicians and the Bhutanese Nepali traditional performers and another friend from Madagascar, Nika, and Michèle and Isabella, representing the long-standing Franco-American community, everyone could come together and we could share the stage. So it's going to be wonderful, and first thing I'd like to do is introduce a person I've learned a tremendous amount from, and he'll tell you a little bit about his life, starting in Bhutan, and then Nepal, and then in Vermont. So Gopal Niroula and Isika.
Hi, my name is Isika Niroula, and I'm 15 years old, and I'm so glad to be a part of this Shape Life. And it has really changed my life because I love playing this instrument so much. And I really want to thank Brian, because without him, like, I would have not learned this. Like, he really increased my confidence and boost my confidence up, because he's been really helping our family, and I'm really proud to be working with this Vermont Folklife. So thank you so much, Brian.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for inviting us in this event. Let me tell about myself. I was born in Bhutan. It is one of the smallest Asian country. Due to the cruel government, we had to leave Bhutan in 1991, and we stayed in Nepal for at least 22 years as a refugee. We came to United States in 2014, and we got a chance to meet Brian, and we are very happy to be here in the United Nations, and we are proud to say that we are the true citizen of the great nation. We are very proud of that. And then about music, I do play tabla. It's 2 drums. It is originally started to play in India. And then harmonium, I can play harmonium, and then I have another instrument called flute. I do play flute also. So I play this flute from my mouth, and then I do have another flute which I can play from my nose. But not today, unfortunately. Maybe next time. So thank you again. Thank you for everybody coming here and observing our program. Thank you. Should I start our program?
Barcelona
Probably has to do with the camera's temperature. That makes sense, yeah. Battery's fully charged, so just keep on doing it.
Thank you. So I think it's your time to guess the song. I'm trying one of the English song. I'm just trying. It may not be perfect. This is my try only. I think you can guess it, okay? That's it. You know this song, right? Yeah. All right, I think.
Oh, do you have more? It's more time.
Yeah, if you want to join with us, like.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
Yay!
Do you have anything? Do you have anything? Or like.
Oh, lovely, lovely.
Yeah.
Did you guys guess the song?
I think it's not perfect, but I tried it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is part of the process. So hey Gopal, I like your music. He says, well, why don't you come by my house? And I come by the house and the video cameras are set up. And next thing I know, I'm playing something that I half know and singing in a language that I totally don't know. And it's being streamed around the world. Gopal is a prolific webcaster and hosted a weekly, during COVID, a weekly show which pretty much united the worldwide Nepali community in making fun of me. So, so if you could play that one, just show me right here. One thing I did learn is that you never know what key you're going to be in. And so what key was Jingle Bells in? What were we playing? Okay. There you go. E flat. That's what I suspected.
Does that work for you?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. So this is a song which I learned from members of the Nepali community as a song which really brings people together, and I've used this in teaching in Integrated Arts Academy, and it's really it is absolutely a bridge builder. Resempiri, and it's a song well known to anybody who's set foot in Nepal or left there, and So it's a song full of beautiful poetic imagery. I'll leave it at that. It's absolutely just a treasure trove of beautiful images, all culminating in the idea of a silk scarf waving in the wind and various ways of expressing love. So, shall we sing it? My dear friends, people who've been so welcoming and are so, add so much to our community, Gopal Niroula and Isabella Niroula. Okay, I'm going to find a microphone and introduce our next performer. So I mentioned the Integrated Arts Academy, the Wheeler School, the home of so many generations of people who are members of the synagogue, and continuously the school to which people come to in our community when they're entering the community. I met Mikahely in the halls of the Integrated Arts Academy, and he is on the staff there now. Mika is, so Mika is from the island of Madagascar, and it is an absolutely enormous island that contains diverse cultures, but somehow the winds of fortune brought him to Burlington, Vermont, and perhaps you can say a little bit about that. But he is an immensely talented and respected bearer of the Malagasy musical tradition that he grew up in, and that's expressed in a number of absolutely fascinating musical instruments, including the guitar, but also other instruments that he will describe. I have to say that Mika is one of the nicest people I've ever met in Burlington, and so he's so generous and kind, and so to have somebody with so much talent to be so humble is just a wonderful thing. So thank you very much, Mika, for your generosity and for teaching me what I've learned from you, and I'm absolutely thrilled that we all get a chance to hear Mikahely.
Thank you so much, Brian. Again, my name is Mikahely. Yeah, originally come from Madagascar, based in Burlington, Vermont. I play all the music on a guitar and a balia. This instrument is called balia. It's kind of like a national instrument of Madagascar. It's made in bamboo and 18 strings. It's very lovely instrument, and it's very quiet and easy to play. It's a diatonic scale. I'm inspired by traditional Malagasy rhythm and lullaby family folk song. And I'm singing in Malagasy, and it's called Malagasy. So over 7 or 8 years performing, sharing music and Madagascar cultural heritage in Vermont. And thank you, Brian, to invite me to come here to share some of my music. And thanks everybody, thanks for having me. I'm gonna play this song, it's called Valley of Blessing. Na torakamu baroyale, na chiptanda kanyale, na rengatangatiala royale, satya pinakale, takaskazuve, takaskazuve. Thank you so much. Always fun to play some music, but the best part, just sharing the culture, heritage, and the culture where I grew up. This next song is called La Nana. La Nana means a baguette traditional, the Malagasy people practicing before the foreign came to Madagascar. But this time, not a lot of people practicing it because they already have a plastic bucket, metal bucket, wherever it was. Yeah. How's everybody doing? Good, okay. Thank you. I'm happy to hear that. This next song, it's called Miara Nono Zaza. Miara Nono Zaza means like baby wants to nurse. Tumang zaza, tumang lo sumama. Tumang zaza, tumang malelo, tumang kenar kamave. Yara no zaza, yara no zaza yo, yara no zaza, yara no zaza yo. Feeling sicky zaza, feeling sicky zaza, feeling sick night on my bed. Feeling sicky zaza, rava zaza, rava tunga mama. Yara no zaza, yara no zaza yo, yara no zaza, yara no zaza yo. Yara no zaza, yara no zaza yo. Yara no zaza, yara no zaza yo. Mama le, asalo sangelan zaza, asalo sangelan zaza, asalo sangelan zaza, asalo sangelan zaza. Rava mama zaza, rava papa zaza, fali kwani zaza, fali kwani zaza.
Burlington's Mikahely. I am so excited to hear your playing, and I've actually got an incentive package for my students where I say any of my students who actually go to a Mikahely concert get a bar of Madagascar chocolate. Because I feel it's so important that people get to hear him. So thank you very much for playing. We're switching over to Michèle and Isabella, and so it's a bit of a reset on the microphones and Deb. So if you guys start moving your chairs and the microphones, and I'll just say a few words, and we can give one final round of applause to Mikahely. And hopefully they'll make good use of their time. You might notice a suspicious exodus from the back, but that is not people leaving the concert. That is the next act after Michèle preparing to set up. So what we have on this lyric sheet, you'll see the word bankshaft. Bankshaft is a concept in Yiddish of longing, the sense of missing, of feeling loss, and feeling a yearning. And that is the concept of bankshaft. And I'd like to make sure that people understand that people who come to Burlington, there's a push and a pull in immigration. Push that pushes people out of where they were, and the pull that brings them to where they end up. But there's also a pull back to the country of origin, to the family, the acquaintances, to the familiar things that you've left behind. Ben Zion Black, in his poem To My Mandolin, mentions this concept of longing, the sense of where I was and where I am now, and what I've lost in the process. And his vehicle for attaining that, for assuaging that sense of longing, was his mandolin. It was his instrument that he used to take him to the places that he wanted to get back to. And so the way in which music reconnects ourselves to our country of origin is so essential. And it also gives a sense of to people who are trying to understand us of where we're from. Gopal and Isika played the Dusi Bialo song, Dusere, that we responded to. That is from the tradition of Tihar, where people go from house to house and basically say, what are you looking for, treats or?
Yeah, just like
Trick or treat. Okay, so it's a Nepali tradition, which is a cultural parallel of Halloween. And so there's this sense of commonality and the sense of longing for those.
festival of life.
And there is a very important spiritual component as well, but for me it's all about just going around door to door and saying, give me something. So the musical traditions that arrive in Burlington, and so the musicians who are out in the lobby right now are going to be preparing a performance of some of the musical traditions brought from Ireland. And Mika expressed some of the music of Madagascar, of his country of origin that he grew up with. And I have absolutely loved learning more about this. Now, Michèle, and we are now, me and Mika are now Michèle and Isabella's fan club. We're going to be sitting up here because Michèle sings the Franco-American tradition of response songs, which require people to shout back the lyrics in French, which is Mika speaks. I don't, but I'll do my very best. And but Michèle and Isabella represent the Franco-American and the Quebecois traditions, which have enriched our northern New England community so immensely. Michèle and Isabella formerly lived just a few doors down from here, and it was so delightful to have them in the neighborhood. Now they've decamped to Shelburne. But I have adored Michèle and her family's music, and it is a multi-generational family legacy. So Michèle will certainly speak more about this, but I'd love to hear some of your music, and the music of Michèle Choinière and her daughter Isabella Rotler. country mic here and put it next to her feet.
Bonsoir tout le monde. Bonsoir. Comment ça va? I'm so honored to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me, Brian, and also what a wonderful event. I'm truly honored to be here with my daughter, Isabella, and there's so much to say about our cultural background. I grew up speaking French in northern Vermont, in St. Albans, Vermont, and my father was a harmonica player, and my mother was a singer. And my father learned his tunes from his father, who was a fiddler in southern Quebec during the 1920s and 30s. And he would hear his father practice in the kitchen in the middle of the night. He actually never had a chance to play with his dad, but he would hear the tunes, and so he memorized those tunes and learned them on harmonica. Isabella had the opportunity to play with her pape, her grandfather, at the Maple Festival a few years ago, and so I'm really happy she had that experience. And Isabella will be playing a few tunes from one tune from my dad tonight. So we'll begin with a series of one set of fiddle tunes, and I'll have Isabella tell us more about that.
The tunes we're going to start with are some Louis Baudouin tunes. I guess he was a local Franco-American fiddler. So we'll be playing Reel de Mattawa, Reel de Montreal or Montreal, Gaspé Reel, and then to end it off with Tout d'un coup, Tu m'as vu ma fille, which was one of my Pepe's tunes.
hey, viens ma fille. And now I'd like to take this opportunity to invite my good friend Deb Flanders to come up here and sing the song we love to sing together, Rama Hamadon. And Deb is a well-known singer here in Vermont. She performs with Bella Butch. Lucille se marie par le samedi matin. Lucille se marie, elle prend un âgé de 29 ans, la petite Lucille. Comme elle a le cœur content, elle prend un âgé de 29 ans, la petite Lucille. Comme elle a le cœur content, il la prend par la main, la conduit à l'église, il la prend par la main, la conduit à l'église, marche pas belle Lucille, viens tu t'es pas ma petite Lucille, on marche ça très longtemps, marche pas belle Lucille, viens tu t'es pas ma petite Lucille, on marche ça très longtemps. Il la prend par la main, la conduit à la danse, il la prend par la main, la conduit à la danse, danse pas belle Lucille, viens.
Eastern Europe and very popular in the klezmer repertoire. Played at musicians walking down the street from a wedding or from or to a festive meal. And this was primarily in Eastern Europe. The second tune we're going to do is from Kurt Weill, his three-penny opera called Der Mordtat von Maki Messer, which is basically the murder ballad of Mac the Knife. From his three-penny opera in 1928, and Kurt Weill, a Jew, immigrated to America in 1933, fleeing Nazi Germany. And the last thing we're going to do is a melody to Psalm 29, written by Rabbi Shlomo Carlebach, whose family came to the United States from Baden, Austria in 1939. Now, as I said, the first piece is from the klezmer repertoire. And though I have played some klezmer music, I do not consider myself a klezmor, which is really an authentic klezmer musician. And so we're going to play this in a Jacques style to begin, which is a 3/4 meter, 3 beats to the measure, and then we might swing it a little bit. Of course, Mac the Knife, my favorite recording, although it's been recorded by numerous people, probably made most famous by Bobby Darin. My favorite recording is from Sonny Rollins' Saxophone Colossus album. Yes, exactly. And Sonny Rollins is the man. And the last piece we're going to do basically as a Debka, Mizrahi, a Middle Eastern kind of a rhythm. So here we go.
it on? Okay. Hi. Oh, my name is Leova. I'm a musician from New York. It's a great honor to be here to witness all this amazing community that has been built in Burlington, in this synagogue, to witness all of these great musicians. Thank you for coming. Thank you for staying. It's been a wonderful evening. We have an opportunity to play a lot tomorrow. We are playing as part of the Northern Nosh, where we're going to play some music for Yiddish dancing. And then in the evening, we are playing a concert. So our role today is to play something brief and to give you a preview, I think, of what we're going to play tomorrow. So we'll do just that. So we'll play three pieces, and we'll get out of here. What else? Really, really grateful to all of you for coming, for staying, for sharing your talents. You already have a question. So we'll start with a piece written by our wonderful bass player today, Pedro Giraldo. This is a piece called Destrezas. And actually, I'm going to pass the mic because he always tells great stories.
Don't believe them, don't believe them. The hype. So this piece is called Destrezas, which in Spanish, I'm from Argentina originally, means dexterities. And the story is that I was watching this interview of this Argentinian writer, Jorge Luis Borges. If you're not familiar with his work, I kindly suggest you do, because it's truly wonderful. And at the time of the interview, the guy is maybe around 70, and he gets asked to compare himself to his younger self. And he says that in essence, he feels, like a 25-year-old boy again, but that in the journey, to his 70s, he had learned a few astutenesses and dexterities. So I wrote two waltzes, one named astutenesses, and this one called destrezas, or dexterities. I knew there was going to be a great story.
Put it on the thing. Oh, you need it, right? I'll do it for you. I got this dexterities. All right. So, two measures count. One, two, three. well, speaking of dexterities and things I learned, this band has been around for about 20 years, 19 years. We played our first concerts in June of 2016. And the photo of Ina and I in the program is actually from around 2005, I think. No, yeah, we played our first show, 2006. What am I saying, 2016? 2006. 19 years. And that photo makes me look very young. But the nice thing about having a band for so long is that it makes me feel 20 years younger. We're going to play a piece that I wrote in 2005, around the time of this band starting. This is a piece called Plume. I wrote it for a BBC film called The Team, which was a documentary about a team of New York homeless soccer players going to perform in the first ever homeless soccer World Cup, which was a thing that happened in Graz, Austria in 2004, and to different cities, I think every year or a couple of years. I think the last one was in Sacramento. It's something that continues, and the film is called The Team. It was directed by Basha Vinograd, a wonderful filmmaker from Poland, and a guy named James Marsh. If anybody's seen James Marsh's next film was Man on Wire, and then The Theory of Everything. So, and this piece also went on to be kind of an evergreen in our sets. We've played it, I've played it in so many different configurations, and it's been used a lot in dance, most recently by Twyla Thorpe in the American Ballet Theater just a couple of weeks ago. So, nice piece. It's been around. Aaron has a question. Okay, I will explain the fadolin. The fadolin, zu mein fadolin, this is a kind of an instrument that I did not create, despite my, I did not create, but I created repertoire for it, I would say that. This is basically it's like a violin, but it's the kind of violin you get at Costco, so you get 50% more strings. So instead of 4 strings, I have 6 strings. So, so it expands my range to play almost as low as the cello. I saw a cello over there. So this is kind of like a carry-on cello. And you can also play carry-on gigs. Thank you. So we'll play my piece Plume, written about 20 years ago. Now I have to put this thing back. Let's see if I can do it. I did it! All right. Hit it, Mike. you so much. Okay. Thank you very much. So I should introduce the band. This is Matthias Künzli on percussion. You've already heard about Pedro Giraldo, but how about another? And then I'd like to introduce you Simon Baron on the accordion. So my hope is that we'll play tomorrow a lot more music, and hopefully music by Simon, and maybe even possibly music by Matthias. And a bunch of other music that I wrote, and some folk music from Yiddish literature, some music from Ben Zion Black's recording collection as well, transcribed by Brian Perkins. So I hope that you come. In the meanwhile, I wanted to introduce to you someone else. I love this editorial thing that happens here. It says, Nova and the Contraband in Ina Barmash. This is an interesting thing, because when the band started, it was originally called Nova and the Contraband, and I asked Ina if she wanted to be in the band, and she said, "Nah, but I'll come on stage as a special guest sometimes." Well, it's been like 19 years, and she's never missed a performance, and there's never been a performance without her, and my life would be dull without her. So I would love to welcome to the stage the wonderful, my wife, the mother of our children, and your singer for the end of this concert, and hopefully tomorrow night as well, the wonderful Ina Barmash, to sing a song.
Hello. Yes, I like to say that I am the guest star. He insists on calling me a guest. It's been so wonderful to get to know this community. You know, I was born in Vilna, Lithuania, and I started singing in Yiddish in Vilna. I was really part of the revival of Jewish life in the late 80s, and I came to the US in 1991, thinking that I left this flourishing, dynamic Jewish community, Yiddish community in Vilna, never to see it anywhere again. So I was quite surprised when first I came to Princeton, and suddenly there was a klezmer band that we started, and lots of people who were interested in playing and listening to the music, and I never ceased to be surprised when we came to Burlington earlier this year, and
You're not distracting at all. She is a special star.
And so, you know, Burlington to us in New York might as well be China. So surely I thought to myself, there wouldn't be a Jewish community here. We were performing at the University of Vermont, and it was just so wonderful to see this community and learn that the foundation of this community are folks who came over from Lithuania, you know, about 100 years before me. So I feel very connected to this community, and it was really wonderful to see it all in action today, and I look forward to noshing with you tomorrow, and then the concert tomorrow night. I am gonna sing a song from the repertoire of a Warsaw singer, Zedek, made popular in 1910s or so in Poland. It's called Oj Abram, and I first found it because we were, Nova was arranging Shostakovich folk songs. Shostakovich has a beautiful song cycle of Jewish songs set to Russian translations of Yiddish songs that Shostakovich himself has never heard, and this is one of those songs. So Shostakovich never heard it as the actual original song. So this is it, and you can look up the song cycle when you get home. Oh, Abraham, I can't live without you. You without me, and I without you is like a door without a doorknob. Do you remember at the gate when you whispered a secret in my ear? Oi, Riff, can you give me your lips? Oi, Abraham, I can't live without you. Do you remember on the boulevard how I was smart and you were the fool? Oi, Riff, can you give me your lips? Oi, Abraham, I can't live without you. Do you remember my red dress? Oh, what a beautiful girl I was. Oi, Riff, can you give me your lips?
Thank you to everybody who performed tonight and shared their magic with us. Thank you.